For the last 6 months, I've been building a video game. I call it Feedwater. It's a top-down, Rube Goldberg machine, booby trap, chain reaction, physics, puzzle game that might have horror elements and that might have post-apocalyptic sci-fi elements, but frankly, I still have no idea what the theme of this game is yet. That's one reason why I'm here posting about it on YouTube, to discover what this game needs to be. At the end of this video, I'll show you how you can play the game for yourself, contribute to the game's development, and build your own levels. But what's the story behind this game? Feedwater was inspired by a game I played as a kid called Hannah and the Pirate Caves. If you ever messed around on Neopets, you might have played it. In that game, you're stuck in a cave full of traps and you need to escape by solving puzzles and having dexterous fingers for quick, accurate platforming. The aspect of that game I liked was how you could set off chain reactions that would trigger loads of game objects that could either kill you or help you progress. The core of those chain reactions were arrows and dynamite, and those were the mechanics I ported over to Feedwater. Unlike its predecessor, Feedwater is not a side-scroller, but viewed from a top-down camera. I've extended the chain reaction concept with more game objects like conveyor belts and switches. I applied 2 game design principles in Feedwater. Number 1, every object must interact with every other object in a way that facilitates interesting puzzle design. Number 2, every object can be turned on and off. The game's reached the point where you can build complex Rube Goldberg machines that can test both your puzzle solving skills and hand-eye coordination. It currently has 10 levels. These include Kaboom Room, a huge chamber filled with dynamite. One wrong move and the entire level explodes, but maybe there are ways to use that to your advantage. There's a Switch in Time, which attempts to trap you with logic puzzles and bury you with boulders before you can reach the exit. And then there's Feedwater itself, which uses radiation to add tension to its final puzzle. This game has a level editor, which means you can build your own Feedwater puzzles too. I dream of creating a level building community around Feedwater and constantly try to give level designers new tools to play with. I admit, the level editor is a bit clunky, but it's the same editor I use to make my own levels. You just need to copy and paste your level codes to a text file and share it on Discord. I'll make a video on how to make levels in future. I'm not an artist. Feedwater is not a pretty game and is still very much a prototype while I nail down its story and theme. It is not on Steam, so there's nothing to wishlist yet, but the good news is you can play it for free without downloading anything. It's hosted on itch.io, Newgrounds, and Game Jolt. Links in the description. If you want to help develop the game, share feedback, or even better, share some levels you made, do join the game's Discord. I would love to collaborate and make this the best game I can possibly make it with your help. I post updates every week, so do subscribe and stay tuned.